St. Stephen Lutheran Church Any Day of the Week Sunday School. I'm Bible Barbara, and this is my grandson Ryder.
Hi.
And he and his sister Fiona will be helping with the second part of this story. So we've been learning about Jesus, about his teaching, his preaching, the miracles he performed, the people he saved, all the healing that he did. And the people in Bible times had heard about this too. Some of them got to meet Jesus. Some of them wanted to meet Jesus, and they were anxious to meet him on the day that we now know of as Palm Sunday. And that's what the Bible story is about. People were getting really excited to see Jesus, and when they got excited, they said,
Hosanna!
Hosanna! So it was a praise. It's like a way of saying, wow, isn't this terrific? Hosanna. You'll hear Hosanna a lot. So I'm going to read the Bible story right now. Jerusalem was overflowing with people celebrating the Passover festival. Jesus waited to enter the town. He asked two disciples to bring him a young donkey. Hosanna! Hosanna! The crowd in Jerusalem cheered. Jesus rode the donkey through the crowds. The people tossed coats and palm branches on the road to welcome him. Here's what it may have looked like. Here's Jesus coming into town, palm branches in the air and on the ground. And here's another one. We can see Jesus from the front, the palm branches. Again, people were really excited and they wanted to honor Jesus in this special way. Jesus, over here, a little boy shouted joyfully. The boy's sister waved a palm branch in the air. Hosanna, it's Jesus. But in the distance, the religious leaders frowned. They didn't like this. They worried about the cheering and the shouting and the waving. What is Jesus doing? They grumbled. All this noise could get us in trouble with the Romans. People were excited and pressed in to see Jesus. They sang songs, they shouted praises. Blessed is Jesus, he comes in God's name. Hosanna in the highest, our King has come. Hosanna. The religious leaders glared. The crowd was too big. There was too many people. They were too excited. We can't let this get out of control, they thought. One of the leaders ran up to Jesus and shouted, Hey, tell this crowd to be quiet. Jesus looked down at the man. Even if every person was quiet, Jesus said, the stones would shout out. The leader didn't know what Jesus was talking about. Frustrated, he stomped away through the cheering crowd. We are going to take a little break now because I have asked Ryder and Fiona to use their Legos to create something that reminds them of the story. You know, you can pause the video now too if you'd like to and create something with pencil, paper, markers, crayons, Legos, whatever you want. Look at these great creations that Ryder and Fiona made. Ryder recreated the scene of Jesus coming into Jerusalem. He didn't have a donkey. Fiona had a horse and she loaned it to him. I think it looks really good. I really see the Palm Sunday scene. And Fiona took the big Legos and she made a donkey. I think it really looks like one. So you may think this is the end of the story. It's not the end of the story. Maybe of the Palm Sunday story, but what came after that was Holy Week and finally Easter. What happened during that week is Jesus met with his disciples. They shared bread and wine, which we call the Lord's Supper, and it became our tradition of communion. But then one of Jesus' disciples betrayed him, turned him over to the authorities in exchange for money. He was tried, he was convicted, he was hung on the cross and died. That sounds like a terrible end to the story, but it's not, because 3 days later came the first Easter Sunday, and Jesus rose from the dead. And that story is the most wonderful story of all. But that's for next week. So have a good week and we'll see you soon.